So while reading some new comics that have come out recently, I stumbled upon a comic that is just so unbelievable and so jarring that I have no actual way of really describing how I felt reading it. And that's because it involves the hero Zatanna impregnating the Joker. I just said a sentence that I never thought I would ever say in my entire fucking life. And saying this shit out loud, it kind of sounds like something you'd hear off a fucking Chill's top 10 video. I can literally hear him in my head saying something like, "Number 10, the Joker gets pregnant by Zatanna." But anyways, it's just so insane of a story, and I just kind of wanted to take the time to basically make a video about it and just share how absurd this concept is. As we start the story with the Joker remarking that one day the Joker and Zatanna could make a very happy family together, while Zatanna has the Joker suspended up in the air performing some type of spell on the Joker's belly. Once finished with the spell, Joker would be let go, splopping into a mud hole where he'd keep pressing the subject of starting a family with Zatanna, weirdly enough. That is until she'd stomp the Joker's face into a mud pile and let his lackeys off with a warning, as the lackeys help out the Joker, who is out of sorts after eating too much mud. The next morning, the Joker would awake from a nice sleep and recall the events the night prior as just some weird dream, getting out of bed to start another day of villainy with his lackeys after eating breakfast, only for the lackeys to point out that the Joker became pregnant overnight. So Joker later sees a gynecologist to see what's wrong and how he's even pregnant in the first place. But in doing a checkup, Dr. Phosphorus finds that the baby is literally seconds from coming out one way or the other. So Dr. Phosphorus yells for the Joker to start pushing. So the Joker pushes, but nothing ends up happening after a while, until the Joker vomits out his newborn baby. But the baby just turns out to be a pile of mud, and Dr. Phosphorus sums it up as just some medical fluke. But then they hear the pile of mud start to cry and take the shape of some creature. In complete and utter disbelief, the Joker tells his lackeys to dispose of whatever that could be, leading the Joker's lackeys and Dr. Phosphorus to run around until they eventually would end up catching the mud baby, allowing Joker's gorilla a proper shot to kill the mud baby. However, the gorilla ends up killing the other goons instead. So Joker says to the gorilla that in hindsight it would have been smarter to give the gun to the small man and the bat to the gorilla, but you live and you learn. Following it up with the gorilla trying his best to shoot the mud baby but missing each time, leading to another 20 minutes of unproductive time trying to catch the mud baby. That is until they would eventually corner the mud baby in a small closet. But in one brief moment, pale white hands would emerge from the shadows, and out of the shadows would come out a deformed mini version of the Joker. And the Joker would walk towards the mini weird version of him and remark that he's just so handsome. Several weeks later, Zatanna would be performing a little magical show, and from the crowd, the Joker would stand up applauding Zatanna for her brilliant show, proceeding to tell Zatanna that he wishes they worked out as a happy family. Meanwhile, Zatanna is utterly confused as to what Joker just said, never expecting that the Joker would be introducing their son to her in one of the funniest drawn panels I've ever seen, ending the story. I honestly can't believe I read a story such as this one, let alone make a video on it, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.